What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
We're the 4-6 Boys, back again with another recap of It, Welcome to Derry. This episode, we are recapping episode 6 and episode 7.
6, 7?
No.
But
we are recapping episode 6 and 7 of episode Derry, of It, Welcome to Derry, and we're doing that because we didn't recap episode 6 2 weeks ago. So without further ado, let's get into this recap. And just so you know, there will be spoilers, so let's get into the recap of episode 6. Travis, let's start off.
So it started shortly after the sewer incident, and the friends were kind of meeting together and discussing what just happened down there. They brought up the thing, Lily brought up the whole thing that it was afraid of, and were suggesting to use it as a weapon.
Yep.
And of course, they're like, no, we barely survived that, so we're not going down there. And basically, some of the group kind of broke apart, which is what it wanted, essentially. And meanwhile, on Will's side, it didn't go too well, because his father basically was like, you went down there, even though I said not to. And that whole thing escalated to the father hitting him or whatever, and then the family kind of broke apart even further, and already kind of hitting the ground running. Shortly after that, Lily went to the house where this caretaker was at, and that's when she found pictures of Pennywise, the real guy that was the father. And if you remember It Chapter 2, the old lady had pictures of that, which confirmed that she grows up to be that old lady that is in It Chapter 2. So Lily was going through the pictures, and of course caretaker was taken aback, like, oh, what are you doing here? And then we start to learn that she dressed up as a clown. And
we learned that she was in the crypt that night when they were in the graveyard.
So now that explains why she was able to be shown in the picture. And it was not, because she was actually down there. Which is insinuating that she was going around looking for her father.
She also said that she dresses up as a clown to basically try to lure him out so that she can see her father, or what she thinks is her father.
Of course, that didn't go too well. Lily has a panic attack, and I think that's the last you see of her in that episode.
Yep.
Then we actually get some character-on-character stuff with Margaret and Rich.
Which, these two are developing a really good love story.
And it even goes to the parallel of knighthood. And we even get a good payoff where Margaret actually disbands from the Regina group, essentially, by showing the gross eye, essentially. And I think after that, the only other thing is the black spot, where they're setting everything up, all the characters are coming down, and yes, I've seen the Sinners comparison. And they're all having a great time. Rich even gets to play the drums, and that's a good highlight.
And then you find out that Hank is there.
Yep, and that stirs up some problem, because an anonymous source, I don't think we ever hear where they hear it. They just hear about it. And it ends up with them showing up to the black spot, and it kind of leaves on a little cliffhanger.
Yeah, you don't find out who called in the tip until episode 7. I would probably rate the episode it was just a simple episode. I'd probably rate it like a 7.9.
Yeah, that's a fair one. 7.5 sounds good.
Now on to episode 7. So take it away, Travis.
So instantly, right after the last one ended off, they're looking for Hank, and of course they're all wearing masks because people that do all this stuff, they don't want to show their faces because they're cowards.
Yeah.
But eventually, after making some threats, Hank is willing to turn himself in. But everyone else, for kind of some reason, don't want to do that, which I think would benefit them but sure, we don't know what their intentions were and if they were going to do whatever they're going to do anyway. But well, anyway, they say they leave, and to the surprise of no one, they cause the trouble anyway.
And they lock the doors, and then somebody looks out the window, and they notice they start lighting Molotov cocktails.
And in one very long, continuous take, we see the full chaos of the fire erupting, random background people getting shot in gruesome ways, by the way.
Yep.
And it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
At the point where you can't even see anything, pretty much a foot in front of you.
Yep.
And so much stuff is happening. Pennywise comes in and even kills someone in there. I think he kills a couple people, but at least one for sure, just by mowing at their face.
And at one point, Dick Halloran starts seeing this native tribe leader, and he knows that he has to try to get like the kids out and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he tries to go to get everybody together, and then we have this moment where we have Rich and Margaret. And when I tell you that I made a prediction within the next 2 episodes that, and again, we talked about there was going to be spoilers, that Rich was going to die. I didn't expect it to be like this. So Margaret, they said that Rich opened this like little refrigerator and said that they could both fit in it. So he had Margaret get in. He said, "Oh wait, there's not enough room." And then Margaret said, "What do you mean?" And so he shut the refrigerator and climbed on top of it. And they had their little moment. He said like knights protect their maidens, and it was actually really sad and stuff like that. And then Rich died, and it was actually very sad.
So, moment of silence for Rich, probably one of the best characters in the show.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was very sad. But Rich was awesome. Can we talk about like in the episode though how amazing Pennywise was?
Mm-hmm.
Like Pennywise in this episode, he was munching on half of a face. He was like just munching on people.
Some actually great lines, like what's the matter? Do I have face on my face?
Oh my gosh, he had some great one-liners. And then at this point when he was out in the woods and he was face to face with his daughter,
after he sliced her husband's head completely off and just started eating.
At this point, the daughter had realized that it wasn't her father. Which this interaction was amazing by itself, by the way.
What can we?
What
talk
did
about
you
how
do with my father? Oh.
I ate him.
Yeah, and then of course you got to see she got hit with the deadlights, which therefore plays into why I think she was the way she was in It Chapter 2.
Right. The aftermath, we are hit more with Rich's death and how much of an impact it had with all the other characters. Didn't make it that much better.
And then also Hank, Charlotte takes Hank into hiding with the native lady from this whole show to hide there, and then I think they're gonna try to take him up to Canada, try to get him up to Canada so that he can escape there. And then the ultimate fuck up happened when the military decided to incinerate one of the
pillars.
One of the pillars, and At this point, Pennywise had gone back to sleep. His cycle was over.
Yeah.
And they incinerated one of the pillars, and then
And woke him back up.
And it went to a close up of Pennywise, and he got woken back up.
Not only was he woken up, but now he can go wherever he wants beyond Derry.
And so we can only assume that in episode 8, all hell is about to break loose.
Also, the ending scene was actually great too.
Yeah, it was.
Where Will gets captured. Right after mocking him on the phone, and then he's just standing casually on top of the fridge. And then Deadlights, boom.
So what would you rate this episode?
So far, I honestly think this is the best episode.
I would agree. I think I would probably have to rate this a 9.5. Honestly, I think this is my highest rated episode. I think the stuff in the beginning really draws you in, and then the story, just the story throughout, just kept me like engaged.
The emotional gut punch.
Exactly.
You got some great Pennywise moments.
I think adding the deadlight moments in it is just amazing. I think this whole episode was just great. So those were our recaps of episode 6 and 7. If you like these recaps and you want to see more videos like these videos, and you're excited for recap of episode 8, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on notifications so you get notified when we upload new videos. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
We're the 46 Boys. See ya.